Welcome traders, and here we're addressing breakouts as a type or group of strategies. So let's talk a little bit more about breakouts inside of the three types of trading strategies. The first thing you should know about breakouts, quite simply, they're usually through support or resistance levels. So usually they're going through support or resistance levels. I'm going to talk a little bit about which types specifically, but before we do that, it's commonly that they go and penetrate through a support and resistance level. So normally they're going through a support and resistance level. That may look a little bit like this. So you may see price action coming up to a level of resistance. So here's your resistance line, and you'll see the price then breaking through the level of resistance, and this would be a breakout of that resistance. You'd be looking to trade that. Let's look at the next one. So you can see again, if it's going through support, on the other hand, here is a line of support. Here comes the price action, and there's the breakout of the price level of support just there. Now, one thing you will have noticed is that the two lines of support and resistance that I drew just there were both horizontal support and resistance lines. But that's not the only type of breakout that you can trade by way of support and resistance. Another type of support and resistance is actually also swing highs and swing lows. So these are actually two other types of support and resistance that you can trade around as well. Here's an example. Here you have a key swing high in the market. If the price then breaks this level, that can then also be considered as a breakout type trade. You can also look at this one here, which is the inverse. You can see a key swing low in the market, and the market comes and it breaks that level of, in this case, support, and goes through the key swing low. That's also a breakout type trade. Let's now go on and look at some graphical examples on the next coming slides of how this can actually happen. So here on this slide, you can see a graphical example of what a breakout looks like through a horizontal line of resistance. Of course, the inverse would be true for a horizontal line of support as well. And here on this slide, you can see graphically what it looks like by way of swing highs and lows. You can see that you've got a key swing high in the market. We would then expect the price to climb and break through as a breakout of that swing high. And the same thing on this diagram as well with the swing low. We'd expect the price to continue on down and break through the key level of support, which is there, a swing low. Okay, welcome traders to the ways in which we can enter our breakouts, because we've spoken about what breakouts are. Now we want to think about how we can monetize them. So of course, this is a very important step in our process, because this is of course the way we're going to make money from these opportunities. So the key thing to remember is that you can actually enter the breakouts in two different ways. The first way in which you can enter is using the first point of the breakout. So the first point of the breakout can be your entry point. And in the later slide, we're going to look at a graphical example of this. Another graphical example we're going to look at, and the other way of entering, is through a retracement. So we can enter through a retracement or through the first point of a breakout. Let's now go on to look at some graphical examples of exactly what this looks like. So here on this slide, you can see the price has broken out from the level of resistance, and our entry could be just above the high of that level of resistance to capture the actual breakout itself. The other way in which we can enter, of course, is using this diagram, which is showing us a retracement entry. Here you can see the first breakout has already occurred, and the price has now retraced to come back to what was a level of resistance, now potentially could act as support, and this could be our entry point using perhaps a limit order or something similar.
We trust you enjoyed our Traders Education Center tech video. To unlock the full tech modules for free, click on the link below and hit the subscribe button. Then go ahead to register with your contact details and create your unique username and password to enjoy the fully unlocked tech modules.